What do we have here? Color me surprised that my favorite room is taken. That simply won't do. I was hoping to get away from people, but that doesn't look like it's gonna be the case. You don't look like you're in a good spot, my friend. I'm not here for you. So lose the scared shitless look in your eye, please. It's really starting to get annoying. Do I honestly look like I'm here to do unspeakable things to you? I'm afraid whatever mess you got yourself into, it's really your own fault. I didn't pick the family I was born into. So this was always going to be my world. But you chose this family. I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad news, but this is entirely the bed that you made. Well, maybe a hole in the ground, depending on why you're here. It doesn't look that good though. I mean, look at that face. Tisk, really. Such a lovely face. Expressive eyes, too. Gotta beg in some way when your mouth is taped shut, huh? See? Now I've gone and made myself curious. Who am I? You haven't been a part of the family very long, have you? Poor sap. If Coletti is the ruler of this little crime kingdom, that would make my brother the prince. Oh no, not just an heir, darling. I'm the crown princess to the throne. You're looking at the next ruler when the old man kicks the bucket, or doesn't manage to escape some sticky little mess my mother keeps warning him about. It honestly doesn't really matter much though. This job is like a cancer. You give death an invitation over for dinner. Don't be surprised if he overstays his welcome. There's some family wisdom for you. So, I'm curious. What exactly did you screw up, my dear old friend? You don't look too banged up. Aww. And here I was hoping I might see you again. Ransom victims usually don't come back if released. Pity. You are, hands down, far nicer to look at. Other drug dealers and weapon smuggling idiots quickly lose their charm after a while. I'm in a rather good mood today, so I'm just gonna take a seat right here. Your lap is the far cleanest thing in this room, even splattered with blood. There might be a way out of this for you. I can ensure you walk out of this place, ransom paid or no. I have that kind of sway. I'm not just a figurehead. I'll see to it that you're released. On one condition. When I come to power, you come see me. Why? Because you never trust your own. Trust gets you killed by double dealing. That's why I don't have a big brother anymore. But you're a victim. That's why you're sitting in this chair, only a few hairs out of place. Ransoms use innocent people because others feel bad for them, love them, will do anything to bring them back safely. They are trusted and believed in, which is exactly why I want you. So if you can stay out of trouble until I take over, I've got a job for you. No, I'm not recruiting per se. I want to keep you innocent. You're useless to me if you get your hands dirty after this. What is it? Well, if I told you, you might tell someone else. I don't trust you either, innocent or not. Secrets are only safe when you keep your own. The whole death to dinner thing kicks in when you start flapping your gums. So, suffice to say, today, you'll get to live. Tomorrow, too. Who knows, you might even get to steer clear of me a few years. Lucky you. But I'm doing you a favor here, and I want repayment. Unless you think it's best I don't interfere here. Good. I like when people owe me. Now, I'm gonna saunter back to the real world. I guess I should tape you back up. How did my brother die? He invited death to dinner. That's the problem when you have a number of kids, and then teach them that social constructs aren't the same laws we follow. We aren't better than them, we just aren't taught them. Brent literally died at dinner. No one thought anything of it when he choked for a second. We noticed when he started to panic. He got up, knocking the table over in the process, and started rolling on the ground. Blood was everywhere. My mother was hysterical. My father was furious. He cursed anyone involved. We knew that the doctor wasn't going to make it to him in time. My baby brother, Michael, looked like he was never going to eat food again. He couldn't stop staring at the table. He still does. Everything just happened so fast. Too fast to really do anything. I told you, didn't I? You shouldn't invite death to dinner. If Brent hadn't caved to Dad demanding all the family attend, he'd be fine. He was entirely justified in not trusting any of us. Hence, my role. They all thought it was me. My own father broke my nose. He just knew it had to be me, because I was the only one that gained anything out of it. Logic eventually kicked in that this direct method and outcome only pointed to me. So, my father devised a plan. He'd fix my nose if I hadn't been proven guilty within the year. And as you can see, it's quite pretty again. But for a whole year, he barely even looked at me. But I'll never forget his face. No, Brent. The way he clawed at his throat, sucking in air, but not getting any. He looked me right in my eyes. I wonder, big brother, do you think I would have done that to you? Maybe if he'd been smarter, he wouldn't have invited me to dinner. Shh. It'll be our little secret. I can tell you this because those that would believe you are dead. My father saw to that when the year was up. He just wanted to move on, and he needed to for my mother. So those that would believe you would kill you for the insult to my honor. That is the biggest lie I've ever let them believe. Not that I killed my brother, obviously. I never told them. But that I have honor. Some semblance of a code I follow. Can be reined in and guided by. Poor baby. You look so shocked. Just a moment ago, I was just the boss's daughter. Even still, when I told you I'm next in line, you had to know I'd be capable of killing people if that's my goal. It's the kinslaying that put that funny look on your face, though, isn't it? In all fairness, I did leave my little baby brother alone. Sweet, innocent Michael. He's still alive and healthy. After what happened to Brent, he no longer wanted to be a part of the family and chose to get his degree and become a professor instead. What a boring life that must be. But time is short. I came down here to think, because no one expects me to sit down here and do that. It's not normally what they do in these rooms. You have blown new air into me. That's exactly what innocence does for me. It's so rich and refreshing. I do look forward to seeing you again eventually. Here's hoping it's sooner versus later. Good girl. Keep that wide-eyed fear for when they come back. They'd be less likely to hurt you when you're already scared shitless.